his words had authority. In the synagogue there was a man possessed by a demon, an impure spirit. He cried out at the top of his voice, "Go away! What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." "Be quiet," Jesus said sternly. "Come out of him." Then the demon threw the man down before them all and came out without injuring him. All the people were amazed and said to each other, "What words these are!" With authority and power he gives orders to impure spirits and they come out. And the news about him spread throughout the surrounding area.
Okay, so this is the first miracle recorded by Luke of Jesus in his ministry. It's not the first miracle of Jesus, but the first recorded by Luke. And here Jesus casts out a demon, we're told. And just a couple of observations. The first thing is to say that probably a better translation would be a man who was demonized rather than possessed by a demon. When you read the scriptures, like in the Greek, there's no word possession there at all. However, it's not an inappropriate translation because the man had a demonic spirit in him. So it says that Jesus said to the spirit, "Come out of him." So this spirit was clearly in the man, but in the Greek it uses the word demonized, and it uses the word demonized in a much wider range of ways. So it uses it for other people who aren't possessed, but they're still influenced. And so being demonized is about the influence of demons, and it can be really acute, like with this man who was actually had a spirit within him, or it could be external influence of demons. Well, Jesus casts out the demon. And in doing this, he's demonstrating his power and authority over all the powers of darkness. Okay, see, this is a sign. It's not just about he casts out a demon. It's a sign that he has authority over all the powers of darkness. And so we're going to think just a little bit about the different ways in which demons are at work. So demons can work and influence believers. The Apostle Peter himself, when he tried to stop Jesus going to the cross, Jesus said to him, "Get behind me, Satan." It said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan." There is a demonic influence even on the Apostle Peter. In 2 Corinthians in chapter 4, the Apostle Paul writes that the God of this age that Satan has blinded the minds of unbelievers. That means all unbelievers are influenced to some degree by evil, by demons. In Ephesians chapter 2, it says, "As for you, you are dead in your transgressions and sins in which you used to live when you followed the ways of this world, the ruler of the kingdom of the air, the spirit who is now at work in the children of disobedience." In other words, the demonic spirits are at work in all unbelievers. And so there's different degrees of people being affected by demons and different degrees of evil. And in 1 John chapter 5, verse 9, it says, we know that the whole world is under the control of the evil one. And that tells us there's a lot of evil at work in the world, a heck of a lot. And evil is at work not only in individuals, but also over the elements. You remember the story of Job. Satan is allowed to do anything but touch Job. The first thing that happens, or the second thing that happens, is a wind blows down the house fire falls from heaven and burns up Job's servants and sheep. So that's Satan affecting fire, lightning. And then another part of that story is the wind blows Job's house down. Satan uses the elements to destroy his children's home and kill all his children. And then Satan, demonic powers are even at work in groups of people. So again, that same story, the Sabians come and steal all his livestock, and then the Chaldeans come and do the same. And so when you think about evil and the influence of demons, it's absolutely pervasive in our world. Now, we don't always see it, but it even influences us because we are blinded a lot of the time by a lot of the good things that God is doing, the good things that God has done, that he is doing right now, and that he will do. If our eyes were open to everything that God is doing all the time, we would be rejoicing all the time, but we miss so much. Why? Because the God of this age blinds us. It says, blinded the minds of unbelievers. We're ignorant a lot of the time of what God has done and is doing. So evil is prevalent. And when Jesus cast out this demon, he was showing us that one day he has the authority and the power to rid the world of all evil. Now that's hard for us to imagine. It's like this world is like a teacup or a glass full of pure boiling water. Satan and evil is like the tea bag that's been left in the water to stew. It's completely affected it so much that we are unaware of just how much evil there is in this world. But brothers and sisters, a time is coming when Jesus will rid the world of all evil.
Amen.
And we will be free, completely free from evil. There'll be no evil influences. COVID-19 is evil. It's a plague, a scourge on the earth. And so it's right for us to acknowledge that he is Lord over evil, and that one day we will live in a world without all this evil. That's what Jesus showed us when he cast out that demon. He has power, and in his kingdom, when he comes back and rules and reigns, all evil will be banished forever.
Amen.
Okay, that's an encouraging thing, isn't it?